Today we need to talk about some logistical details, but it's important stuff, and at least one of these things is going to make a big impact on your author career. So let's get started, and next week we can have a bit more fun talking about book covers. Hi, I'm Carolyn Choate, and with my fiction pen name, I have made over $50,000 in royalties, mostly passively, by utilizing websites effectively. And yes, in this series, I will be showing you how to do that. But first, you can't make money from your books if they aren't available for sale yet. So we're going to go through every step of how to get your book published. If you're going the self-publishing route like me, then follow along with this playlist. And if you're not sure how to choose which publishing option is best for you between self-publishing, traditional publishing, and hybrid publishing, then I do have a video about that here. All right. A few things we're going to talk about today are copyright, front matter, and back matter. So, first off, copyright. I honestly, as I've said in previous videos, I don't bother with an official copyright. I don't know how it works in other parts of the world. I am in the US, I am publishing in the US, and the US is the system that I know. In the US, and I believe in most of the world, when you create something, you automatically have the copyright to it. You made it, it's yours, obviously. Where the official copyright system comes into play is when you have to prove that you are the one who created it. So that may be if somebody comes out with the same book and you have to say, "Hey, I wrote that." So you might have to go to court and prove that this is your book. A situation like that is so rare that I have not seen the point in paying the fee to officially register a copyright. However, that may be something to consider in a different way now that AI has entered the chat. From what I've understood of the AI lawsuits that have been going on in terms of the creators of AI taking published works and unpublished but copyrighted because they exist and you automatically have the copyright as the author of them, to train their AI without permission. As far as I have been able to tell so far, the only authors who may receive compensation for having their work stolen are those who had the official copyright already registered for their work before this all happened. So definitely too late for me. Unless this continues to be an issue going forward in the future, maybe it will be. That is way over my head. So if that's something that's of concern to you, talking to a copyright lawyer might be a good idea. I like to consider how serious a work this piece of art is that I've created, right? And I've said this before you're going to put a ton of money into a developmental edit and a great cover and all of these things that cost money, think about, is what I'm writing like a piece of candy at the end of the day? Some of my work is very serious, literary, like important in my eyes. Those are the things that I would put more effort into. Those are the things that I would put more like maybe I would copyright that. For my like romance novellas that are meant to be a quick escape from the crushing realities of our world, I'm less concerned about it. So there's a whole big discussion to be had there. But for me personally, when I'm writing something that I view as just something sort of light and meant to entertain and not be like remembered and quoted for all time, I'm going to put less of these things into it. All right, so with that said, I am going to share my screen and we're going to go through how to register for a copyright in the US so that you can see that process and decide if it's right for you. And then after I do that, I'm going to talk about what front matter and back matter are in your book and how they are very crucial to building your author career. Super important to have. You absolutely must include some of these elements in your manuscript. All right, so the first thing is I Googled just to show you what it will look like. File US copyright, and you need to be very careful to not click on the sponsored results. These are going to be, as you can see, I did, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Nope, 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 go back. We do not need any of these people to do it for us. We just go to the one that is .gov. And here is the registration portal. So this is interesting. You can register unpublished works which I was not aware of. So I would guess that this is good if you are concerned that someone is going to steal your idea or your work in progress. If you're sending it out to beta readers, that is something that is, I will admit that serious authors usually do not worry about these things. It's kind of an amateur thing when you're like, oh, my work is so special that everyone's going to want to steal it as soon as they see it. I have to do all these things to protect it. Like, I'm sorry, it's not that special. And ideas, especially, like dime a dozen. Ideas are not worth anything. It's how you execute the idea, and how you execute it will be different from how someone else will execute it. If you have more of a finished work that you're sending out, that could be more of a concern. But I really have not seen examples of people stealing manuscripts as beta readers to publish as their own. And if anyone knows of a situation like that, do let me know, because I've not seen that happen. Let's see. I mean, the last time I was on this page was probably 10 years ago, so it's likely extremely different, and I'm not going to remember anyway. Library of Congress may be accessed by authorized users. A bit scary. Okay. Browsers other may show less than optimal performance. Wow. I don't know if I really want to do this, but okay. 16 characters in length. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna forget this password immediately.
I can see it now, 'cause I can feel it now. When you touch me, in my bloodstream, when you touch me, you can lift me up, says high above me.
Okay, I'm going to stop here because I have absolutely no intention of actually registering a copyright, but it is my understanding that it's $65 to register the copyright. So you do not need to renew it. So $65 one time, maybe that's worth it for part of the upfront cost of publishing your book. Maybe it's not. I don't know. For me, it has not been. Have I never done this? If I have, it's been a very long time. I will also say that Library of Congress is a whole separate thing. The Library of Congress number is another thing that I have not done, but I get my books stocked in libraries through the ebook version in Draft to Digital, submits to, Libby and Hoopla and those sort of things. But if I wanted to do more of a push to get the physical copies into libraries, it would be a good idea to have the Library of Congress number. You do need to send in a physical copy of your book to them, and I believe that you need to have the copyright done as well. So that is something also to consider, and it should be free other than getting the copyright done. So you can still put the copyright page on your book, and actually that leads us into front matter and back matter. So front and back matter are exactly what they sound like they are. They are whatever comes in front of the manuscript, the actual book work story itself, and what comes after it. So the front matter might include the copyright page, dedication, foreword, things like that. But it can also include other books by this author. And that is the page that I definitely highly recommend that you have in your front matter. And then the back matter might have things like acknowledgments, but also the part that benefits your author career is it has the kind of where to go next. It could have a teaser chapter of the book that comes after this one or another book that you have. It can have what I put in a lot of the backs of my books is go to my website to get bonus scenes for all of the books that I have and extras like the character art and whatever things. I keep them all in a hub on my website, and I write a bonus scene or short story for nearly all of my books, and you can access them all from that same portal, which I think also encourages people to buy more of the books because they might go for the bonus scene for that book and then they go in, they're like, oh, there's bonus scenes for all these other books. Let me check out one of those. That is my hope. So for me, the front of the book definitely has the other books by this author with links if it's an ebook so that people can easily see that there's lots of other work. If you enjoy this book, there's others to read. and the back matter of where to go next, the teasers for other books, and the like, come to my website and sign up so that you can get this bonus stuff, get on my email list, develop a relationship over time. Those are really wonderful, important aspects of having front and back matter. So that is front, back matter, and copyright. Oh my goodness, we did it. We got through that. So, like I said, next week we'll talk about book covers and it will be a lot more fun.